What's up, everybody? My name is Chris, and
What's up, everybody? My name's Chris, and
what's up, everybody? My name is Chris, and
welcome to DIY building. For a long time, I've been building things and creating things.
we're always out and about and having fun. So I've never really put video into or YouTube content, long form content into how to make these things. So I thought I would just give it a bit of a go and show you guys how it works. I'm gonna start doing a couple of series of videos where I just record the stuff that I'm building.
So this is effectively episode 1.
Today we're going to be building a camera pole for the Bassboats. So I'm going to run you through what supplies we've got and how we're going to get it done. Check it out. We had the pole situated here towards the back of the boat, which didn't create a wide enough angle and impacted how we fished while on the boat. So now the point is to try and get something that sits off of the back of the boat and creates a bit of a wider angle to show you guys a better view of what we're doing. So as you can see there, 25mm class 16 piping. It is nice and thick so that we don't have a lot of bend in the pipe. We've got our floor mount, which stays over there. We've then got a coupler, which is going to allow for easy detachment of the pole when we're driving the boat, moving the boat around and that sort of thing. We need it to be able to come in and out, but also remain sturdy. So a coupler will go onto there from there. Then to get it back over the back of the boat, we need to put a 45-degree angle in. To get it out the back of the boat, we'll then add in about 1.5 meters. We've got to check out the angles a bit later on when we're on the boat to make sure that we've got those angles right. And then all the way up at the top, we'll have another 45-degree to bring that pole back up to level. And we'll then have our end cap, which our threaded mounting will sit in so that we can mount the camera to and from the plastic. Of course, you can't forget heavy duty PVC cement just to make sure that everything stays together and doesn't rattle off while you're on the boat. Cool, come check it out.
Okay guys, we're back.
We're back, okay?
Out of the way. The more to the center it is, the more stable it's going to be. Ideally, if we put it there, it should be more stable than if we put it here.
Yeah.
Okay. So what we could do is when we're moving, we could just loosen this, move the pole like this, drive, tighten this, loosen this. Perfect. Alright, so now it's time to put it all together. Put a bit of concrete cement onto the joint and push it into the bracket mount for the boat. Get that O-ring back in there, and now time to fasten it to the boat. This proved to be a lot harder than one had initially anticipated. As you can see, long screws and a hard base. So you can see here the frustration starting to build. I try and hammer it in with some side cutters, which obviously didn't work. And then screwing it in still didn't work. So it's time to bring the big boys out. I figured a drill would work straight off of the bat, so let's put the drill bit in and give it a go. Nope, not gonna work either. So next, the best bet is hammer time. Let's get the hammer in and give that a couple of whacks. Now, surely that's gonna work, but no, it didn't work. So we resorted to drilling
pilot holes and then screwing, which is probably what we should have done from the get-go. Now that that floor piece is all in and secured, it's time to mount the coupler and just make sure that everything lines up. One thing I did do here, which was a mistake, was I sprayed the spray paint onto the threading of the coupler, which made it very hard to screw this joint in, but did lock it in nicely once it was screwed in. Testing out the flexibility of the pole, and here is the finished job. So this was an initial concept to have a threaded pole at the top, but here's what our end cap ended up looking like with just the GoPro mount. So here we can see we fitted it but not fastened it in, just to get an idea of the sizing and the fitting and the placement. And there we have it, ready to go, ready to test out on the water.